Hello once again. This is becoming a bit of a regular occurrence at the moment, isn't it, folks? But yes, I am the Black Shadow, and welcome to the 29th of April, where it's been a pretty miserable month outside weather-wise, but things have been trucking along very nicely indeed for these new and exciting times here at BS Inc. Yeah, video title. This has been overdue. I will say that now. This has partly come across now as partly due to the Discord server which you set up, which I'll get to in a moment. But it's also the fact that it has been quite a bloody long time since I last did an RPG. This has partly been due to time constraints. This has partly been due to other LPs that I've been wanting to do getting in the way. It's also been slightly limited by the software and hardware I've had available as well. But I figure actually getting this ready to go in a couple of months' time should be fine. I've got my crazy May and June, which are like really busy. So obviously I've planned for that. But once they're done, that is the hope, folks, to start looking at running off of... and start doing some proper big projects. You will find in the video description a link to a straw poll. I know normally when I've done these before, I've used these up to videos as like a collab to get hold of people's thoughts and comments and decide an LP on that. But I figure there's sites and software to do this a bit more efficiently, so I'm going to. And as such, I'm opening this up to just a straight voting poll to the whole channel. It is up to you guys what LP I will be taking on. You'll click on the link, you'll find there's a list of 6 titles. From memory, we've got, see if we can get this right, Final Fantasy IV, which would be Blind. We've got Final Fantasy IX, which I have played plenty before. Final Fantasy XIII, which obviously is the most recent out of all the 6 titles on the list. Final Fantasy Tactics, which was mooted as a serious suggestion, actually, very recently, and it made me amazed at how I somehow never, ever thought of it. And a couple of other non-Final Fantasy titles, because there has to be some, those being Legend of Dragoon, which would be Blind, along with Tactics, and as well as Dark Cloud, which would be Blind, which is the precursor to Dark Chronicle, which I did on the channel... about 3 years ago, I think it was now. It's a pretty star-studded list. There is a slight elephant not in the room, I suppose I should make a mention of, which is Final Fantasy VII, which a couple of people have recently suggested. I'm holding back on the LP for now. I'm going to tackle that later on down the line. I was tempted to put it in, but I'm going to hold it back. I'm going to choose to do that some point soon, but not right now. So please click on the link, take your vote. The poll's going to be open for about a week or so plenty of time for you to get your vote in. And it should be a pretty awesome choice, whatever we decide. All 6 of those games would be wonderful LPs, I'm pretty sure. So vote wisely, you only get one chance. Other than that, though, folks, there has also been plenty going on. First of all, a huge thanks to everyone who's already gotten involved in the brand new Discord server I've got for the channel, which went live back on Friday, I think it was. We had a pretty mental first couple of hours. It was very pleasantly surprising, but I was really, really proud of it. There's already over about 40-odd people already in the server. And the server, as I said, is free to everyone. You are welcome to join. There will be links in pretty much every video description from now on, so I have to remember to start editing those into my defaults. So that should be fun. And again, please, by all means, do get involved. It's a good place to, just obviously socialise with a lot of the regulars in the channel, along with myself and people that have done LPs with me too. We've also got as well, it's a place for me to disseminate a lot of information about future LPs, what's currently going on, events that I've got planned as well in the future, so that should be really good. The channel itself is certainly metamorphosizing at the moment, as it's only been out for a few days, so there's changes coming into the server, there's plenty going on with that, so it will change in how it looks and responds in the next weeks or so. We've already had our first ban. That means we've made it, right? So that was delightful. Play's been trucking on that, and it's been really, really positive, and I'm very glad for everyone who's gotten involved with that. With plenty more to come in that respect. Other than that as well, yes. I don't think I've got the case with me. Oh, it's over there somewhere. Metal Gear Solid 2, yes, is imminently due. I was originally looking at getting the first bits of those recorded today, but it's not going to happen, so it'll likely be tomorrow I'll start getting some of that recorded. I've been doing some testing with the game to make sure it's all running fine. I feel incredibly rusty. Metal Gear Solid 2 always had quite an overhaul from the original game and how it ran, and I'm not really used to the controls, which is crazy thinking I've just done the whole Metal Gear Solid 1 VR missions and all that sort of thing. A lot I've had to relearn, but I'm really looking forward to getting on with that LP. It's been many years since I've tackled the story for that. I know there's a few people on the channel who are really anticipating as well, that have played the game to death, some of their favourite games of all time. And I can only hope the LP lives up to that. You'll probably find that some of you will remember a lot more of the... I don't know how best to describe it, but you'll probably know a lot more of the ins and outs than I remember. There's only so much of it. I can't remember the overarching story, and I kind of remember the general-ish premise of the game, but a lot of specifics are beyond me. I say, when I was doing some testing, and there was things I was doing, and things I was like, oh my god, I remember that, and I remember that. And I was like, oh, I've been there before. Oh, that death feels awfully familiar. That sort of thing, folks. So that's been pretty cool. And again, I'm really looking forward to getting on the LP, and all of its story madness, which of course would be a bit of a staple going forward with the series for sure. As far as an actual start date for that LP, I would probably say Wednesday, maybe Thursday, somewhere around there seems about right. I don't think it's going to be up any more before then, but I will be keeping everyone up to date on both my Twitter and the Discord server as well. So keep an eye on those channels for more concrete, detailed information. And that's about it, really. I will be planning to do probably one more of these update videos before I kind of put these to bed. There is one last thing that I have planned to do for the channel, folks, which is in itself a bit of a step. And again, I have no idea how well it may or may not go, but judging from how the Discord server has exceeded my expectations, we'll go with that. It does give me a lot of confidence in doing what I plan to do in about 3-4 days' time. It is an even bigger step than the Discord. Look at it that way, folks, but it should be good, and if it works, it would make a massive, massive difference to this channel. So I'm going to leave that at that because you've seen way too much of me for the week. But I will thank you very much for listening. I will see you in a few days for that update video. We've got the last bits of Revelations 2 still to go up. I will be getting the rest of the main story up before we begin Metal Gear Solid 2. They'll be up over the next couple of days. The DLCs as well, I've recorded those, and they're more or less ready to go now. So I'll be releasing the rest of Revelations 2's story over next week. And then the week afterwards, we'll start delving into the Revelations 2 raid mode alongside Metal Gear Solid 2's wacky, wacky story. So, as you can tell, there is plenty going on and plenty keeping me busy. you know, I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy it, and if I didn't receive your guys' support. There's a table right here. You can't see that. But there is a table. It is awfully stacked. And I've just knocked down all sorts of things. Like, I got this little thing here I bought. I've got as a little present for someone. Isn't he cute? Eee. Good film. I'm going to end the video now because I feel like I've embarrassed myself. So, I'll see you all soon. Ta-ta.